In this video, we will go over the steps for completing PS0B. To continue on, we're at the third step, and let's go to how to access and use the online UNIX environment. So search for this post, and then click the link here. It will redirect you to the textbook, and here are some very useful instructions on how to use the online UNIX environment. For the sake of time, I will only go through stuff you will need for completing this assignment. So first, click on this link and authenticate for OpenShift. Click on Login, and then you will select BU Google. And same as all the other apps, you go through BU SSO authentication as normal. Then when you are on this page, select the UC SLS Unix environment and leave the size as default. Also check the Start Server in the current tab and click Start Server. Please note that the server may take 1 to 15 minutes to boot up depending on the system status, and you may also go in another layer of authentication and authorizing access. Now you've successfully connected to the server. Then click File, New, and Terminal, and that's your first time in your environment. And we can run some commands to test it out and play around with it. Now when you finish working, make sure that to stop the server properly. And to do this, go to File, Hop Control Panel, and then click Stop Notebook Server, and click Stop Server. The fourth step is to follow how to set up your SSH key post. First, have your UNIX environment and start up a new terminal. Then type in SSH keygen. And then for the name or passphrase, you can totally leave it as default. So for simplicity, just hit enter on your keyboard. Now the SSH key is generated. Then copy this command into your terminal and hit enter. The terminal will print out the public key, and then copy your public key and go to your GitHub website. And on the top right, click Settings, and then go to SSH and GPG keys, and click on New SSH key. Then just give it a name, and then paste the public key you just copied from the terminal, and click Add SSH keys. Then you are all set with SSH for GitHub authentication. Then we also need to set up git config. Type in git config global user.name and put your name on here and hit enter, and then type in git config global user.email and put your email over here, and then hit enter. Once you're done that, you can verify by just typing in user.name without the suffix, and same thing for the email. Make sure that they are correct, and then you are all set with setting up SSH and Git. The last step is to accept PS0 and follow the README. So click on the GitHub Classroom link and click accept this assignment, and give it a minute and then refresh. And click on the link to get to the repository. Now there are more information, and make sure that you read them. So now in your terminal, you should type in those commands one by one and replace with your GitHub username if needed. After those commands, refresh the page and we can see that I just made a change here and our cool hello programs here. Now, the next step will be submit your repository to Gradescope. Here on the left side, we have how to upload your assignments post. And on the right side, we have the Gradescope website. Now click PS0B and click Connect to GitHub. You probably have logged into GitHub in your web browser already. Otherwise, there is another step of authentication. Now after that, you have to select the repository you're going to submit. So just type in, it should be PS0B and your GitHub username. Then for the branch, you should only see main as the only option. And then click Upload. And the autograder will run and we will give it a minute. Now it's the autograder results. And at this point, you have successfully completed PS0B.